So the dragon is going to disengage. It's going to wrest itself free of Voss.
I don't get to make a check or anything?
Nope.
What a clown.
What a clown. Dragon clowns. They're real, and they're scarier than you might think. And it spreads its wings,
Sweet Jesus.
flying in a wide loop this way, whipping with its tail and knocking out this sconce as it does.
Oh, God damn it.
I can still see it.
And hiding
Now I
in,
cannot.
in these shadows.
Yeah, and it's gone.
Is it gonna... Yeah, I like that position. Yuna, you next.
Alright, I can still see it.
Yes!
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it like right there? Right behind the pillar?
So
It's kind of like on the wall.
It's
kinda
like trying to hide in perfect statuesque format behind the pillar that's shaped as a drow.
No, it's skittering, it's slinking.
Alright, alright.
Cast Mind Spike.
Hell yeah. Wisdom saving throw. It fails.
Sweet.
You always know the target's
So now it can no
location.
longer hide from me.
Yes. Very good.
Just read chat. She can eat the wall if she wants.
Okie dokie.
And then I'm going to move. Just don't know where.
Yeah.
As
These
you
are the
do this,
decisions.
as you cast this mental weapon on the dragon, the wall around it that has crumbled and cracked opens up, revealing not chambers and ballrooms and things like that, but just a mass of swirling space, of dark, light-bleached colors and distance. Yeah, vaguely. It's like when you close your eyes and colors happen and you rub your eyeballs. It's like that, out in space.
Well, that's fucking weird.
Dude's weird.
Voss,
Okay.
as everything's
Okay.
crumbling down over there.
I'm gonna take a step, scoop up that enhanced potion,
Yeah.
then use a bonus action to chug that down.
So that max heals for max. Yes.
It just does 4d4 plus 4 and it's all maxed, right?
I don't know. Alchemist. Yes, maximum number.
Perfect.
I'm really glad that worked out for you. It's 20, by the way, because there are 5 fours.
That makes sense.
If you were wondering what it was, you could have just asked.
It's D&D. You can't do the math. You have to do quick math.
Quick
Oh.
maths.
Shit.
Gonna go over here. And... I guess we're gonna just attack it 3 times.
Please try.
I'm gonna.
It's a big strike.
Yeah.
Somehow with
Last
that
one
advantage,
misses.
I did better.
That makes sense.
So that's gonna be a grand total of 49.
What do you mean?
What? Oh, there.
Oh!
I was gonna say, I'm like,
yeah,
that's
that was weird.
That was a delay.
With it being in the darkness, the strikes, you strike true, but you're in its domain. The blade strikes are far weaker than they should be. And the second I work out what's half of 49, there we go. I'm going to figure that out. Now, this isn't to say that the dragon does not look injured. It does. Its scales are cracked. One of the horns is twisted to the side from you grappling it and things like that. But it is taking the hits in its stride as it's preparing.
Alright, that I think is gonna be my turn.
Raketh. Rakath the Handsome.
Well, Rakath's gonna do a run, and is going to cunning action dash. 1, 2, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would like to strike a torch, please.
Okay. Please make me a d20 roll.
Okie dokie, artichoke. It's an 11.
Okay. 1 second, please.
A death save for the torch.
The answer might surprise you.
The answer is yes. That is exactly what this is.
Borp. Bap.
Blorp. Alright.
Okay. Tor.
Oh!
The dragon
Hey.
hisses and pulls back, but it also illuminates the void. The kind of lucid binaural dream space beyond as the building crumbles to the side.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Aha! I can see its butt. And because of sharpshooter, I don't have to worry about cover.
Cover. Yep.
Hey!
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna take two shots at its butt.
Both misses. That first shot rings into the darkness, and everything shakes. Everything shakes, and Yuna, you
Oh,
actually
no.
do feel a sharp kind of mental pain from that. More walls crumble away into nothingness.
Torum's not, unlike everyone else. Torum hasn't seen the inside of eyes and like the lights.
Only
in the darkness, so
Rakath
he's
has seen
very
that.
put off by this.
Yeah, it's almost like the whole building is moving as if it had less gravity or something like that. Everything is moving now. Like being
So,
inside a
little
rocking ship.
disturbed.
Yeah.
And I think that's just what my actions. Yeah, that's it.
Dragon time. It is going to bite at Rakath.
It's gonna
Whipping
roll a
around. And what's your... It's
17.
going to hit.
I am going to uncanny dodge.
Yeah. Just...
It's got a massive modifier.
It's a
It's got
dragon.
a plus 10, at least. Surprising. Not at all.
Yikes.
It's gonna be 18 piercing damage plus 3 necrotic damage.
And that's halved already? No. Okay, so...
Usually
18
I don't
plus
half
3,
it, aside from the
That
one
will-
time I did to
Which
confuse
is what's
you forever.
confused me, yes.
Yes,
Yeah, so
I'm
21
aware.
divided by 2, so 11. 11 damage, yes?
Yep. It's then going to start clawing at Voss.
He wants to hit a 20.
It's gonna hit a 20 twice.
Great.
Yeah.
Good thing you healed, huh?
I mean, we'll see if it matters.
It's gonna be 10 damage on the first strike, slashing.
Okay.
And 14 on the second. So you should still be fine.
I am still alive.
Yeah.
Those temp HP, boy.
Yuna. You again.
I'm gonna move up. I'm gonna look at the swirling magic. Can I make like a roll? Just like an
You can
insight
make an
roll?
insight check. Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh.
It seemed... I mean, you would probably think that maybe everything is a hallucination or an illusion or something. I don't think Yuna would immediately jump to dream. Aside from, you kind of can see Rakath and Voss in that void. Kind of. Looming over you with as much concern as Voss's face can muster. real Rakath and real Voss. So I mean, you get you get a lot of the pieces to the puzzle.
Okay. I guess I will cast Essence Trap on the dragon.
Please do.
It is a second
This is
level
gonna
spell.
suck if this is actually Lady Fire and you're just killing her now and taking her soul.
That's right. It is gonna suck souls.
Ah!
It's gonna pass the save.
Okay.
Good boy, dragon.
So nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
Ouch.
Speaking of Voss, it's your turn. Do nothing.
Yeah. I'm gonna do
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to do this.
The eating spirit.
And I'm going to attack thrice.
Not allowed. Miss. Hit.
Yes.
Hit.
Excellent.
Dragon is weakened by the light of the torch. Those are brutal. Brutal strikes that, like, splinter away dragon armor that gets launched into the blinking binaural space beside you. The creature's black smoke like blood sprays into the air, but it just holds on, clearly at the end of its rope.
That's my turn.
Rakath.
Step in. The torch I am actually going to drop, but just below me. And draw my Wakizashi again. And go for a big old swing on it. That's a terrible swing.
That is a miss.
And then swing with the parrying dagger. That's better.
That is
It's
a
always
hit.
the offhand.
I hope
Always the
you
offhand.
kill.
Luckily, this has sneak attack still, which is the
Yeah.
main draw.
And it's a great strike. You actually managed to kind of jam the dagger in and dislodge the tail, almost like a freaking monster hunter, managing to send the tail off into the space, which does have a kind of a pull to it. Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh.
It's like it's
the
pulling
drag-
it in kind of like a gel. I love it.
But the dragon is not dead.
All right. This looks bad.
Okay.
Torum.
So realizing that situation is fight or die at this stage, Torum is gonna move up to here, take a proper like stance, readying to have a as good a shot as he can, and he's gonna fire first one.
It's a miss.
I'm gonna use my precision attack. Oh,
That is a
damn it.
miss.
So close.
Next again.
All the tension in the world built up. Please roll damage.
The dice now.
How do you wanna kill this? And I'll remind you, it's standing before space.
right in the eye. So,
Right
he-
in the
he fires
eye.
one. The one that misses, it like bounces off the horn and it looks at him and just straight in the eye.
And then the dragon falls into the space, dissipating away into globules of shadow with a roar that is suffocated away. Leaving you all somehow feeling no less more comfortable. The cracks in the room are only growing. For some reason, you're not as scared as maybe this would suggest. It just makes you feel uncomfortable, you know? Like things are ending. You kind of know that you're... What's happening more, I bet.
Rakath is going to walk to the side where he can see Lumpy Rakath.
Yeah, at this point you can see quite clearly you're looking through Yuna's eyes at Voss and Rakath.
I'm glad that I don't look like that in here. When you go, Yuna, say hello.
Torm's going to walk over to Yuna. Thank you. I know that I don't blame you, and I'll always protect you.
Rakath's gonna hand Torum a cheese biscuit.
And he'll eat it.
Pockets.
Handing cheese biscuits all around.
There's no one else
I
in
think
the
I'm
room.
just. Yeah, I think I'm just
all
gonna
around here.
kind
Yeah,
of
just
grab Torm's hand and try to take him with me, even though I know I can't.
He'll do the thing where he's not holding on, but it's okay.
Rakath puts his hand up on Big Voss's butt, just patting him.
It's firm.
It's firm.
It's firm.
We all knew it. It needed to be confirmed, though.
Canonized now.
Hi.
Voss iron butt nor. Anything you'd like to say, Voss? Your last moments?
I feel like there's nothing Voss really would say. He'd just be kind of looking out and look to Yuna and give her a nod. So look like he knows she's returning back to where she belongs.
Yeah.
Like his ideas about like identity and like philosophy and like sentience and existence are not that like they're pretty straightforward. He's like, well, this is just what happens now. Like,
So, Rakath is going to kneel down on one knee and put his wakizashi into the ground and then bow his head before Yuna. And, yeah.
And as that happens, you feel yourself being pulled away. You try to hold on to Torm, and it works for a good time. But no matter what, you're being pulled away. It's not like you're being sucked away, but you just feel like you're floating away. And then all of a sudden, you wake up in the real world to Rakath holding lantern light in your face. To Voss standing there, worried beside you in Voss's childhood bedroom.
I like the idea that Rofi is next with like something on his wrist. There's like electricity sparking. He's like, oh, don't do these.
1 second away from
I haven't tested these properly.
tasing you awake.
Oh, welcome back, Yuna.
I'm gonna wake up and immediately start crying
Oh,
into Rakath's dress.
And Rakath just holds you and comforts you. What did you see?
I don't think I answer you.
Yeah, he's just gonna keep rubbing your head then. He's not gonna push.
Rofi just looks at Voss. What do we do?
well, this is
Rofi.
my room, so
Water, Voss, water. We need water. We need food. You're not
I can
going
do
to
water.
be exhausted.
I think you say like one of the things, and Rofi's like, I can
Gone
do that
already. Yeah, not listening
gone.
to the rest.
Oh, okay. Voss, do you have any food as well? Hey, what am I saying? I have food, and I take out food from the dinner.
yeah, I was really
Just a stare. Yeah.
pocket snacks.
I have pockets. This is look. If there's
A
one
through
theme
line for
all
every Will
characters,
character. Yeah, pocket snacks.
every character
Pocket
I
snacks.
have, it's pocket snacks.
You know, this just leads me to believe
True
that Will
fantasy.
just has pocket snacks in real life. Obviously, like, there's always small bits of your
The thing
personality
is,
that always
in the real world, pocket snacks are dangerous. They'll get
Yes.
crusty and gross and glued to the pocket. In the
Here's
fantasy, you haven't got that worry.
Here's the thing. In real life, you know how you mentioned that I'm the one who always comes prepared to
Yeah.
camping? You're not wrong. I always have snacks on me. They're just usually in my bag, because I always have a bag.
Bag snacks.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
bag
This
snacks.
is
Close
why
enough.
purses are superior to pockets, because I can put all kinds of snacks in my purse.
I carry
That's
a backpack
true.
with me pretty much wherever I go.
Yes, the backpack.
I carry
Always.
a backpack with me pretty much wherever I go.
I don't because I'm not a nerd.
I am.
What am I saying?
So, Rakath is going to hand Yuna a biscuit. presumably from the dinner, and just say, "You
Hopefully.
are clearly strange right now. Eat and drink. Rest. Voss will take care of you, I know. But if you need anything, I'm not far." And he gives you one more big hug.
Yeah, I'll eventually
Door,
eat it.
door smashes open. Rofi comes in with a giant jug of water. I want.
Over
Like
his
no
head.
cups, just like a giant.
Yeah, he's holding it like that.
He didn't get told to bring cups.
Oh, cups. Puts it down. And away he goes.
Rakath is still kneeling kind of in front of you in the same way that he was when you left the dream, but he, he bows his head and then stands and will leave the room.
Alrighty. I suppose we'll move on to the morning then. After everyone's had a...
The only thing I was going to add to that is Voss would just... Once Rakath has left and it's clear that he's down the hall in like a significant distance away, Voss would just hug Yuna.
Aww.
I'll return the hug.
And
Not
I'll
so
just say, "I'm
stealthily peeking his head back in to see.
And just, yeah. And he would just say to her quietly, like, "I'm so sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
This is the second time now that you have been endangered by my failures."
No, it's not your fault. Don't be sorry. And I'll give him a hug.
That's
It's
all.
okay, I promise.
As long as you're okay.
Okay. Swoosh to the morning. Everyone's had a chance to rest. The headache that came with that dream completely fades. It could have been a lot worse. No one else is injured or tuckered out, really. Voss was fine, more or less, because he's Voss.
Fine-ish.
Fine enough.
Not dead.
Leaving you with a quiet morning out here. You don't have the sounds of the city or even the sounds of the forest when you're out camping, when you're out on the road. It's just quiet. There's quiet chimes, because this is very much a kind of garden that has wind chimes. And other than that, it's pretty silent. So, what's the plan, team?
We're gonna go kidnap some eggs and threaten a family of people.
Oh yeah,
moving.
that's right. That is what we're doing.
Swoosh narrative. Sped along.
Rakath is still out sleeping on.
It's appropriate that
Torum
Torum missed it. I mean, Torum? Rofi missed it.
You will be doing that forever.
I guess in the morning I would just go find Rokos and see what he's saying. I mean, we kind of already discussed the mission
Yeah.
at hand, but
Ruckus will just give you a solid nod and say, when you and your companions are ready, I can show you to where the Nyogi nest currently. There's a danger of creatures outside on the way. They collect things they can dominate. But it's a short journey, you won't need your beetle.
good. I will see that they are prepared. And I'll go back, find and rally the troops, so to speak.
Rally the troops.
I
Yep.
am going to ask Rokos, which I'm sure he's thrilled to be talking to me at all.
He visibly sighs when you approach him.
Hello.
Greetings.
I am wondering if you happen to have a spare parrying dagger that you would be willing to loan me for this endeavor.
I am a samurai. I do not carry
Not necessarily
butter
you
knives.
in particular.
We only make the weapons we need.
Fair enough. It was worth asking.
I'm sure.
I understand that you probably don't like me.
What would ever
Most
give you
people
the
don't.
idea?
Well, your sour tone, lack of
I am not
enthusiasm,
sour.
general disposition.
This is the disposition of a samurai master.
This is the disposition of someone who is jaded by talking to somebody. So I apologize for speaking with you, as I know that is not what you desire. But I do know that based on your interactions with Voss so far, you are not always at this disposition.
What is your point?
I have no point, just hoping to give you some insight into yourself. And then he walks away.
Oh, that's a drop the mic moment. Holy shit.
He says something very rude in Elvish under his breath.
Uh-huh. In Elvish back, I am just going to say, have a nice day, and thank you again for your help.
Nice. Anything else anyone wants to do before you head out?
I don't think so.
Nope.
Awesome. When you're all ready, Rokos can start leading you down the narrow stone passageway into the fungal forest, along the cavern floor. Around this place, the rock grows jagged and sharp. With the little aetherlight that's around, it casts deep shadows. It makes it kind of hard to notice simple things like there's a large lake to the distant side of the building, and almost bog-like some of this area where there's sort of pools of water from the lake that are very easy to nearly fall into due to how hidden they are in the darkness. Rokos
Steering Roofy.
yeah.
Just get on the ladder. Just get on the ladder.
And there you are.
Yeah. Rokos
Do you
will
have a
lead
question?
you. Yes.
Could I have used my unspent spell slots to create healing elixirs the night before
Sure.
or today? Because I think we're fresh out after all the adventure we haven't been able to resupply back at Narashiro.
True.
Yeah.
Cool.
Rokos will stop you at a point. The trees here are twisted and gnarled. Some fungus grows, but even those aren't really glowing so much as some of the others. More mundane, despite the size, than the ones near Narashiro. And he motions to a... it's... Noticeably, you can see a stairwell down. Some rocky formations are formed around it. It almost looks like, something was built here a long time ago, and this is the only part that remains is like the entrance to a basement or something. Noticeably, sleeping right outside it, like on the first step, is a large lion-like creature. Not that any of you would know what a lion is. But you're more likely to know what a manticore is. A lion with some features of a human, some features of a dragon, but this being an Underdark cave manticore, the wings are more bat-like. You're aware creatures like this always are in a light slumber, kind of waiting for anything to happen. Its quills that are in its thick mane of fur standing at end and kind of twitching with the wind. That's the only part you needed. What? And he just kind of points at it with his sword. Sort of sits aside. A good ways away. Your move, brother.
Just gonna sigh and pull out my sword and start
I am
walking
going
towards
it does. Hold on. Quick question for you in terms of spacing. is there a way to get around this thing at all, or is it?
Oh,
just kind of
absolutely,
that?
absolutely. The issue being, there's like no light out here. Not even the dim light casts enough for you to move by, but not enough to fight by. You know.
Okay.
Or if he just goes, climbs down off the ladder, walks over to Voss's weapon, and thunk. walks over, walks over to Raka, thunk.
Thank you.
Rokos looks slightly visibly disgusted.
I am going to try and stealth here. Not well, but that's okay.
Yeah.
What
Oh.
I propose we do, and I like to imagine that this is like something that Voss and Rakath have discussed in training, is like basically just get you to hide, and then I'll try to lure it and attack it, and then you just jump out and stab it from behind.
That's pretty much the plan.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna kind of get myself off to the side so that I can be ready to pounce when Voss lures it in close to him. That's basically the plan.
Roshi's gonna sit back down the tunnel waiting for the sounds. Just when he hears sounds, he goes. He's like round like a little bit of it. Like if there's a little bit of a bend, like the first bit, he's just sitting around there waiting. He's got his
Absolutely.
and his sword isn't fixed, so he's got a hand axe and his hand cannon.
Definitely gonna walk up slowly. Basically allow it to come to me before I attack. and
One
then
of the
attack.
manticore's eyes open. Noticeably the kind of orange-yellow eye of a manticore, which is nearly always this color. I imagine Voss has fought a manticore before, at least encountered one. Is ringed with green. A very strong, glowing green. And it just looks at you with one eye. Doesn't get up.
What's Yuna
Tail
doing in
swishes.
this whole situation?
Huh?
I said, what's Yuna doing right now?
I imagine with Rakath.
Just
Yeah.
hanging out.
If we are going to kill, we're going to kill the manticore. There's nothing else nearby, right? That we can see.
No, it's kind of rocks and twisted trees and mushrooms.
All right, then I'm going to cast haste.
Sure, yeah.
And if we have like a couple actions to prepare as we're circling up on this thing,
Absolutely.
I will prepare an action to cast Fairy Fire. No, I can't cast Fairy Fire and haste. Never mind.
Yeah. Well, you can decide what you want to do when Voss brings it closer, because you're quite a ways away.
Yeah.
Voss, you
Alright.
step up close. It
Yeah.
looks at you. It doesn't get up.
I'm gonna have my sword drawn. I'm not really gonna get much closer. I'm just gonna kind of stay where I'm at for a second, and just see what it does.
A second passes, it doesn't move. Haste has gone down
Great.
by 1 turn.
All right. Well, since we're doing that, then I guess I'm just gonna run up to it and stab the shit out of it.
Okay. 1 moment.
Forgot that that has such a short.
Yep, only a minute.
It sure is.
Sleepy kitty boy has no
While
time for your
Voss is
tricks.
running up to it, I'm gonna try and sneak around to the side just to keep pace, basically.
You can work that out on your turn, boy.
I know. I'm just letting you know what
Boy!
mattered for placement.
You're not smooth anymore!
Yeah, that's okay.
Watch those lumps, boy. There we are. Please roll initiative. Please roll.
Whenever I flick over to my spell page now, because I have to list all of my spells, I like swap over to the spell page, scroll, 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 scroll. Okay, back up, scroll, 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 scroll.
Oh, good. Thank goodness for Yuna.
Hey.
Man,
Who am I
boss,
missing?
for
Rofi.
being so prepared, we really do suck at initiative.
Instead,
huh?
I didn't select a token. Yeah, I'm pretty
I
sure.
fixed it. Don't worry. I'll do your. I'll
Thank you,
do all
thank
the
you.
work for you. And just delete the initiative.
Oh,
turn
yeah, I was about to say, way to go.
Yuna, it's your turn. While Voss is speeding up to the Minotaur, and Manticore, and it's like standing up. It's like a like a lazy lion standing up, like, okay, you're about to fight me.
Okay, so it's awake and it notices us.
Voss, at least.
Good. I am going to cast Essence Trap as a 3rd level spell.
Okie
Wait,
dokie.
no. No, I'm not. I changed my mind.
Okie
I forgot
dokie.
it's concentration to maintain it.
It's not concentration to maintain it, it's just a bonus action to maintain it.
Pretty sure it's I'm gonna.
It's not meant to say that.
Okay,
Yeah,
the concentration
I definitely
varies.
remember we've gone through this, and it's because it's the bonus action.
Yeah, it's a
used,
bonus
it
action
wasn't
to instead, so it's not concentration, so you can cast it if you want to.
Okay,
and
cool,
keep,
cool, cool.
Haste up.
So then I will do that.
Because I kind of
a
expected
third
people to
level.
have it up while other things are happening. So, charisma
Yeah.
saving throw versus a. Never mind. Unless your save is 17, it passes.
Oh,
Okay. I just realized I didn't roll importance either. Okay, cool.
You can do that now.
That is my. Yeah.
You might as well get it out of the way.
Yeah. Okay.
Rofi.
Gonna. So, seeing that Una has in fact attacked it, and where it's all go, Rofi's gonna. These are rocks we're hiding behind, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can I go in between them, or do I have to go around?
You had to go around. This is a big,
Okay.
jaggedy rock formation.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, no, we'll do this 6 instead. So let me have a look-see. Ah, dang it. Just a disadvantage range.
Okay.
Actually, in that case, I'm actually going to hold my action for if it moves up.
Sensible. Rakath.
Follow Rofi's lead. Then move out. And given that that's about as far as I can see, I'm gonna strike a torch.
Eh. One moment, please.
I hear
Wanna
puppies.
light up your life.
I'm gonna move to where I was gonna move it, anyway, so that you can put it on me. I'm passing through Rofi. I'm hoping that's okay.
Rofi's like checking his gun, making sure it's good, making
Okay.
sure it doesn't explode.
I can see directly in front of Voss. I'm assuming striking the torch is an action.
It is.
Okay. Then in that case, I'm gonna just quickly use my cunning action to bonus action dash to move up. Sorry. Sorry.
As you do this, the Manticore, being a much larger, actually is going to fly. It's going to just one big gust of its wings, and as it does so, its long barbed tail is going to twist and flick, firing a dagger-like tail spike at both Voss and Rakath.
Okie dokie.
It's going to miss Voss. It's going to hit Rakath.
I'm gonna use
Memes?
Uncanny Dodge.
And it's also going to shoot the last of 3 at Rofi.
Oh no.
And could I have brought my torch with me by any chance?
No, that's
Sorry.
illegal.
Oh, thank
That's
you.
why he was saying sorry.
The
'cause-
only
Yeah,
one
that's
that
why I was
hits
saying
is 4 damage to Rakath, and then it is going to perch on these rocks, which are not incredibly high up. You know, it's like 5 foot high.
So 4 damage to me. Is that halved already for the Uncanny Dodge?
No.
Or are you... No? Good, thank you.
Half to 2.
This is why I ask.
I don't know why you'd ask. I would always give it to you in a non-halved form.
Uh-huh. Except for that one time when you didn't.
Voss.
All right. So these rocks, is it just like difficult terrain to get up?
Yeah.
Or-
For you, as a tall boy, sure.
Okay. So these-
You know, little Una, maybe not so.
Yeah.
Who is less athletically inclined as well, and is shorter by, like, nearly 2 feet. Like,
Fair enough. We're gonna go ahead and...
As you go up close, the manticore's maw just opens and opens wider and opens wider, and more teeth just slink down from its gums.
Excellent.
Yum.
Pull on a toothless.
It is pulling a toothless.
Absolute best.
First one's a hit, second one's a miss, third one's a hit.
Okay.
AC established, boys.
Confirmed.
And then I would like to action surge.
Yeah?
And...
It's a miss?
Yep, AC confirmed.
I don't know what you mean. And remarkably,
Holy
it
shit!
is not a kill.
Sorry, all of those are +1 as well. So
Because
actually,
of
that
Brophy's.
15 is
And
a
magical, yep.
And because the +1 adds to a +3, which is exactly
It's
how
actually
much health it had remaining.
So literally what I do just because I'm hasted is just run up and like jump off the corner of a rock with 1 foot and then in the air just do 4 or like 5 like and just like
a fucking
land.
Smash Bros character.
Exactly. And then just land and
launch.
then just like
Easy, Marth.
Yeah, the Manticore is slain by that horrendous
I'm gonna
display. Metal Gear
Rufy's immediately
Revenge.
going to give his brother a look. Like, yeah, that's right.
All you can really see is Rox's eyes like glowing slightly in the darkness, just watching, emotionless. Which leaves a nice little opening to the chambers below. If you would like to delve.
do we want to take a quick little rest here? And by do we, I mean I would like to take a quick little rest here.
I'm fine to take a short rest.
I would love
Just
to
a
study the
short
corpse
one,
if that's the case.
Ooh.
Sure.
Oh, I can use it to get a prep point back. Never mind. I'm going to do that.
Also smart.
Okay.
If I don't heal, I get a prep
rest?
point.
Cool.
I am going to use a hit dice. But also, we should probably look at the corpse, Yuna.
I mean, yes.
Okay, yeah, we can do that.
Do that before I rest. Look at the corpse and then
Okay, what do you want to look at for?
use all the tail spines. I think actually the
There's a
barbs.
bunch of them. There's
Good.
exactly 21.
Ooh.
They are all around 10 inches long. Some are actually shorter as they seem to grow. Of ones that are like a usable size, around 10 inches long, and they are barbed along the sides like a particularly terrifying arrow. They're a 1d8 weapon if you were to... you'd have to be pretty good to throw them. Very much a dex-only weapon. But yeah.
Yeah.
Hello. Yes. Hi. Can I take some of those? Thank you.
Yes. I will give you. I will give you 10.
Ooh, thank you.
Yeah, and then I'm going to use the rest for. Oh, I know exactly what I'm going to use them for.
That's
okay.
worrying. Sure.
Oh, you're muted.
Can I do an Arcana check to see if there's anything like
Sure.
particularly like magical and cool about the creature that we can harvest?
The creature was clearly enchanted. That's not a surprise. You were told these creatures could enchant. It's usually quite powerful magic to enchant a monster like that, oh, to be fair. But it wasn't. They also weren't very subtle about it. When it comes to that kind of magic, you're either subtle or you're powerful. Rarely are you both. So it was pretty much just a guard. When it actually comes to it, a manticore is like as mundane of a monster as you can get. There's nothing monstrous or weird about it. It doesn't have really a poison. The weird thing about it is that it seems to be a hodgepodge of other creatures, kind of like a chimera. So there's not really much you can get from it, other than that.
Do they talk?
Yes! They're intelligent.
Well, this
I know
one
that
wasn't, but
This one isn't anymore, no.
Oh, I think
You guys
Yuna has an
forget.
answer to that.
You forget who the party leader is.
It is not a humanoid.
It is not.
I don't know if that
Humanoid.
counts for this.
Nope.
Ah.
So maybe we can put the body aside for later, and we can have a nice chat with it afterwards.
Hide it
Sure.
in some rocks.
Sure.
I see no issue with this.
None whatsoever.
brutal.
Can you guys give me perception checks? Because you're taking your short rest, you're recovering your
Yeah.
shenanigan slots and stuff like that.
Hee. Oh, back down to a zero
Voss,
perception.
you hear from underground scraping and moving, and so does Rofi, that clearly your presence is known, and you've spent an hour kind of sitting around, and they've probably fortified down there and kind of prepared for your presence.
Ah,
These are intelligent creatures. They heard
Well-
you.
they know we're coming now.
Good.
Dun dun dun.
We've come to bargain anyways.
Did you want to see if you could find the eggs, Becca? Maybe we can pose enough of a distraction out here.
It's a very small door, passway down. By very small, I mean like 5-foot corridor. And not very hard to sneak through.
First
I have an
things.
idea.
I also have an idea. First things first, Rakath is going to pull out the oil of etherealness and show it to Yuna and just say, "Can you tell me exactly what this will do?"
Yeah, of course. Are you familiar with the ethereal plane? It kind of
No.
like exists over ours.
Ow!
No.
No.
So you know what a ghost is, right? We saw those.
Yes.
You know how they were kind of here, but they weren't,
Yes.
because they exist in the ethereal plane.
Okay.
That's where you go. You don't die. You're not a ghost, but you're ghost-like.
Promising.
Interesting. Can you be attacked in this plane?
By other ethereal things or magic.
Magic. Dangerous magic users down below
Is that a
probably
fair
can use magic.
description, Ollie?
It's fair to think that.
is
There
an
actually
alchemist.
is no ethereal plane in Jarviskjir. Ethereal is more like a state of being. It's more like you turn into an ethereal thing, which is like a different state of matter, kind of.
Ghost-like.
So yeah, it would be close enough, good enough. There's a little Faerun in there that we'll need to buff out at some point, but
The real question being, can they
it
see?
works the same as unless Nyogi can see through into
If
the
they have
ethereal
like true
plane.
sight or
Yeah.
something similar.
You know they're intelligent, you know they're magical, you don't know much else about them. It would be a bit crazy, but you know, they can cast spells, so who knows?
But you should be able to go through the earth just fine.
How does that interact with things you pick up?
That is indeed the crux of the question. How do I get out once I pick the item up?
Very sneakily.
You know,
This sounds like a recipe for me dying.
it does. This sounds like a recipe.
You would
for-
know.
Well,
Because of
if that's real, this is a state
similar-
of being and not a place. Can he pick up the eggs?
Similar
Take them
to invisibility and spells like that, you can usually pick things up as long as it's you're kind of careful, gentle, and you don't carry too much.
Okay.
There is usually a limit
Interesting.
to how much a spell like invisibility or etherealness can hold, essentially. If you carried so much as to no longer be a medium creature, for example, if you tried to move a table, you would no
Yeah, right.
longer be ethereal. So basically, ethereal and invisibility work very similarly, aside from etherealness is just, like, better.
Okay, well, what do you think? Should I go on an adventure?
I'm already like opening the bottle to help you like oil yourself up.
Yeah, that is true. That is how it works.
It is how it works. We're gonna oil up. Okay, well.
One problem. I cannot see in the dark.
Yep, that's yep.
Therein lies the rub, my friends. I don't know if the potion does anything for my vision.
You know, considering Una is an alchemist and has done alchemy checks on it, yeah, etherealness, you basically have ethereal sight instead for a short period.
Oh.
So essentially, you do have
That's
you have ghost
great
vision,
news.
basically. So this is actually fine. It's a bubble of vision.
Okay, alright. I can get into it.
Sure, why not? If this is how I die, it's going to at least be a fun story for you.
So this isn't how the spell works, Ali, but I would like to do this if I could. I would like to cast alarm on a tiny bell,
Yeah.
so he can ring it if he's in trouble, and we'll get the ping.
Huh.
It has to be cast in the location normally. I'm asking.
Yeah, I will allow it. It seems like a kind of extension of a spell that would invent, I'll allow it.
Okay, so now I just have to keep a bell really quiet when I walk around.
Just hold the little clasper.
Can you just make it on like a rock or something that I can shake?
Picky.
I-
Fine. I removed the actual clasper from the bell.
Oh, okay.
So it can't actually make noise.
All right.
I am more okay with this now.
Okay.
Oil me up!
All right. You apply the ghostly blue oil to Rakath, and at first it doesn't seem to do a whole lot. It's a weird sort of substance that you can kind of like put your fingers in. And it kind of like it's very permeable. Once he is completely coated and the bottle is empty, Rakath kind of fades from your view. And then just all of a sudden not touching anything. To Rakath, who is there in darkness of torchlight, everything in the far distance of a torchlight fades away. Everything you see is kind of ethereal, ghostly, and blue. It's not like you're seeing anything different than before. But the way you're seeing things are different. You can only really see the vague idea of these guys around you. They're there because they were there. But it's kind of like... The best example is The Ring, in Lord of the Rings. You're seeing things through a different world, different eyes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I've got wind blowing by my ears at all times.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, okay, I gotcha. I'm gonna stick my toe in the ground, see if it'll go through at all.
You can. You actually can move in all 360 degrees of direction. Like,
uncomfortable. Okay, I'm gonna. I can move 360. Can I go up then?
yeah.
Oh, I'm just gonna float.
As you go up, you can visibly see kind of your bubble of vision dissipate.
Oh, interesting. Okay, I'm gonna go back down. I'm gonna go through the floor. Just fuck it, right through the floor.
Everything gets very, very dark.
Continuing.
You go down for around 60 feet and you don't see anything. Seemingly it's not directly below, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go directly back up 60 feet.
Yeah.
I have no idea how long this potion lasts for. I'm assuming Una told me at some point, but I do not remember. I think it's 1 hour.
1 hour.
Yeah, okay. Do I see the way down?
Yeah.
I'm gonna follow the normal path down then.
You're just gonna...
One weird thing at a time.
As you go down... One moment. I'm just reading things.
Making sure they don't have true sight.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be seeing to see if they see me. By the way, I'm paying very close attention to that.
So, as you go down, it's a small passageway that eventually opens up. It looks like creatures have gnawed at the walls. Certain parts kind of shimmer and shine in the ethereal vision that you don't think would normally. You see quite clearly when it opens up more. Stone tables have been upturned, and because this is a small, tight area, looks like it was built by gnomes or dwarves. It almost completely encompasses the walls. It goes all the way from ground floor.
Is this space?
Around 5 feet.
Oh, it's short. Okay.
Yeah. You can see behind some of these walls, they don't react to you, and you have the advantage of... It is hard to move in the ethereal plane. It's like stepping through caramel. Particularly up and down. Side to side is not as hard. But you can see some Nyogi behind these walls. It's kind of hard to see them in any kind of detail. What you get is their sort of shape in smoky, ethereal silhouette, like the shadow they cast. And that might be worse, because they are eel-necked, but spider-bodied creatures. You see a few in this first room. 2, to be exactly, which is kind of a couple more than, less than a few. Standing behind these doors, waiting. From here, there appears to be a doorway, but you can also see with your ethereal vision a passageway through sort of cave walls that twists and turns down. Yeah, it seems to be that there's lots of like small gnawed holes through the walls and things like that.
Okay. What I'm trying to discern is where they would be nesting. So I'm wanting to know where they would actually keep eggs.
I'm not gonna... give me an investigation check to see how fast you can figure this out.
Okay. That's not terrible.
You work your way through the layout. Would you first go down the actual physical doorways or the caves?
Caves.
You go through the caves, and it seems like almost a shortcut through. These caves seem to be dug out more than anything else. You briefly see a treasure chest by a room which you feel a small timber of warmth coming from. But you can't see into properly. When you glance in, you can see the shadowy silhouettes of slaves working, seemingly at forges. But you don't dwell on that. This whole place isn't that large. The next chamber you go to, you see quite a disgusting sight. Again, all silhouette, all in this cave wall. But one of these creatures, huge and bloated, with a wiggling, writhing under the skin, just about.
It's a queen.
Because of the way the etherealness works, it's almost like you can see the souls and essences of creatures. You can see little squirming lights inside the one silhouette. You don't see any eggs. You see gross squirming inside the big bloated shape.
Mammals. Oh, it's so much worse.
Okay. I'm gonna try something weird.
Do it.
This is a terrible idea.
No, you have to.
I like the sounds of this already.
I am going to put my hand inside where the wiggling, writhing nonsense is.
Yeah, you can.
And I'm gonna try and displace them and shift them about and actually pull them out and rip them out from the host location.
Oh no.
I don't know if I can let you do that, William.
I know. I don't know if this is even something that like it's gonna do anything.
No,
or if it's gonna be
I think
terrible.
nothing happens.
Oh, that's better than the alternative.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not like this creature can perceive you, but you also can't touch it in any way or interact with it in any way. This kind of, I imagine Rakov's like, this must be what it must be for like ghosts when they go through walls and things like that. They can kind of go through people and things.
I'm gonna spend the rest of my time scouting as much as I can, and then keeping track of the time as best I can. Leave at the appropriate time. So I'm just trying to get a complete.
You know what I'm gonna do?
Yes, maybe, no, Mapperino.
I'm gonna give you a map, and only.
Oh.
It's a secret.
It's a secret to everybody.
Tunnel. Secret tunnel.
But I'll do that over a break. We'll be back in a second.
Ba, 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 da, ba, ba.